we go.
Good evening and welcome to yet another crazy session of Strong Rock. Be we masked or unmasked? That is the question. We rejoined the party after they had a bit of a heart-to-heart with a scaly blue monster known as Tivesh Sad. He had an unusual artifact that he wished to impart on Xantaroth, one of the party members. And Xantaroth, being moderately distrustful of evil ancient beings, passed this artifact on to the closest thing to an ancient evil being he knew in person, being Iskren.
Who's wearing a lovely golden mask?
Yes. And Iskren decided to look into it later on, after they would perform some sort of restoration ritual on Xantaroth. Meanwhile, we had our two Boros warriors who were slightly easier on the draw. They took an early night in. We had Sorval, who looked at the Frostbrand, the magical sword that he had come across earlier on, trying to decipher the runes which were carved into it and potentially use those to further his craft. And Volta, a reptilian graveyard dweller, who slept inside of a hollowed out tree and took with him an effigy into town at the end of last session, an effigy he had carved from bone representing the natural spirit of Ulgrosa, the plane the party is currently on. Recaps, yo. Thus, we rejoin at the crack of dawn. Vulta walking out into Strongrock.
Yep, I leave the Mountain Shade Temple, the cemetery, and I'm on my way to the... Yeah, I am guessing that Xantaroth is in the Parlor of Pardons, but I'm going to check out where he is.
Okay, so you're giving it a once-over, moving through town. It's early, so there's not that much crowd about.
Mm-hmm.
You make a decent time, and you arrive at the Parlor of Pardons. Almost said it, but I caught myself right on time. And it seems to be quite empty. Probably the high stakes from the fighting pit the night before have left people moderately weary of overstaying their welcome and potentially running out of coin.
Do I hear Xantaroth snoring?
You tiny rolly bastards.
Yeah.
No shame.
Don't mind us.
You don't hear him snore from the parlor, but there is a certain amount of befuddlement and confusion going on at the Traveler's Retreat.
Do I see his claw prints on the... I go back outside. Do I see his claw prints running towards the door or something?
That's a very good question. Xantaroth, where did you decide to sleep last night?
Did we already sleep?
I
don't think we did.
I think so, yeah. So, because I remember you walking out with half of a carpet.
That was at our place.
Okay, then we went to bed. If I went to sleep, I would have slept in the Parlor of Pardons.
Oh, okay.
So you did. Okay, so Vulta, you do hear the snores of Xantaroth coming from the parlor.
Okay, I'm going to search for him. Is he at the usual room that we rented?
Pixie?
Yes, I would definitely be.
Okay, I enter the room and I place the statue on the floor and I try to wake him up. How do you wake up a giant lizard?
You all in the cloaca. Kick him in the cloaca. What's the worst that can happen? I mean,
do you tap me lightly or do you shake me awake?
Do you kill me softly?
No,
Could
I
you
will-
use the effigy to...
No, I will actually take a chair. There is a chair in the room, right, or something?
There is something that could very well be
Yeah.
a chair. It's quite a solid, round, brown object. There's intricate carvings that look like earrings of a tree or something.
Yeah, I will use that to
It
poke.
might be a log.
Yeah, all right. I will use that log to gently poke Xanthroth awake. I have seen what these crocodiles can do when they're just waking up, so I will try not to get bitten.
Okay. With a stick.
Yeah. So what? I am actually from a distance trying to poke him out of bed.
I will wake up and say, Volta,
Yeah.
don't wake me up without breakfast.
Yeah, I know, but
Or become breakfast.
I will get you breakfast, but first, you're into totems, right?
I have two of them.
Yeah. Well, I carved one from the spirit here, and perhaps you can use this to contact the spirit. And I present the totem and say, perhaps it could help you calm your rage. I will go down and search for.
You know what will calm my rage?
Hungry or?
Fucking breakfast.
Yeah. Let's go get breakfast then.
I
Okay.
would much rather suggest eating it, but hey, you do you.
I will
Stuffed turkey.
pick it up, look at the trophy, and put it in my satchel next to me,
Yeah.
and I will go down.
Yep.
Okay. On the other side of the street, Sorval, Iskren, you guys had made your morning ablutions, I do believe.
Yeah.
And let's start with Sorval. What are you doing? How are you managing the first hour after your morning prayers?
Well, I'm going to get a nice breakfast.
That is always a good idea.
Take my time to eat something nice. Maybe have something nice to drink. Probably not alcohol because I still have to go to committee afterwards.
Morning beer.
There is this herbal concoction that they have. It strongly resembles tea.
I'll try it out.
It is refreshing. They serve it rather cold. It's not that strongly brewed of a tea. There's a hint of sweetness to it. Maybe even licorice, but you're not entirely sure.
I think about this for a while. I'm like, maybe this is something Tari would also be able to make.
Does it have alcohol
Probably
in
not.
it?
Probably not.
You can
There's
use
no
it as a
alcohol in
base
it.
for.
Well, and then I just wait until I see Tario come down.
Okay. Taurio, would you be up before Iskren? Because you hadn't drunk that much last night, or at all, if I remember correctly from last session.
Yeah, I think I was under the weather or something. Might be because of the eldritch nastiness I saw, but yeah, I probably would be up at a decent hour. Not sure if that's before Iskren, but
Iskren, do you take a lot of time to do your morning prayers, or?
Not a lot of time, no. I'm just an early riser.
oh, yeah, but he's doing that stuff. Yeah, I'm out of my room earlier. Let's keep it at that.
Okay, so you guys arrive at breakfast approximately at the same time.
Yes. Good morning, Tario.
Morning, it's good.
You
Walking on the planks where once was carpet.
Look, you look radiant today.
Descending the staircase, of course, you see Sorval having a scrumptious feast to himself. There's a small metal can filled with some sort of beverage. There are several pieces of bread and some slices, decent-sized slices of meat. There's some spreads. It's a good-looking breakfast table.
I will have a an extremely mild tea with some lemon in it, and I will nibble at the crust of some bread and have some veggies.
Iskra, you should really eat well. I mean,
I am. You should follow your own advice, Sorbo.
yes, I am eating well. See how much I'm eating. A lot of energy.
It isn't how much you eat, it's what you eat.
Yes, I'm eating bread. I'm eating delicious things. I'm drinking something really good.
Delicious.
You should order it as well.
Delicious is rarely good for you, Sorbo. This is how
I look at-
gods
I look
teach us.
at I look at the two bickering and bitching, and I pull out of my jug of endless milk. I got milk.
Oh yeah, Taru, I asked. They have eggs if you want. I mean, I know that eggs were something for you some while ago.
I take a new plate and I go over to the eggs.
Yeah, there's apparently someone ordered 24 eggs.
All right.
I don't know who it is, but he's missing
They
out.
say it helps you get large.
When
So-
I look at the eggs, I kind of get lost in my thoughts, and I say, I've always been fascinated by people eating.
The chicken was first.
People eating eggs. It's like you're eating the possibility of a life that will never be born.
This is a
Be
defeated
empowering.
generation. The chickens are lamenting their doom.
Well, if there wasn't a cock in the hen house, there would never be any life in it. So
It's a cock and bull story, but what you gonna do?
Interesting.
Interesting.
You just hear the face palms from across the street.
so
Well, they are munching down on some very, very lively veal or something. I don't know, just going to moral dilemmas. Very.
Yes, yesterday's losers.
No. There were no fatalities in the bout last night.
Sad.
Could have
He
been with
tries best.
Santarot, but
There were some empty pouches, but not my problem.
yeah, yours fattened up quite well with all the prize money you got in.
Yeah, it's hanging low on my belt.
The dang. Okay.
Okay.
For our Gruul compatriots, as mentioned before, you had ordered the day earlier some wild boar roasts, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
The innkeeper actually kept that in mind.
Ooh, nice.
So, when the hunters came back, he immediately made sure that there was some deer for you in order to accommodate your morning hungers. Especially now that he knows that you're rich, so that helps.
Well, I'm not rich.
Pulls out tiny monocle. No. All right.
This is the part where Volta starts counting his money. I don't know how to count.
Yeah.
Can you do that with
27.
coins?
One
I know
too
you can do
many.
it with paper, but can you do it with coins? I think it's a bit harder, no?
Everything is possible. I can do it.
It's possible.
For me, it will be throwing weapon.
As long as you roll a 20.
It's ninja stars, but
Yeah.
weirder.
Toss a coin to your enemy. Oh, value of plenty.
Oh yes.
That's a
Well,
good
if
one.
your enemy's Greek, they'll like it because they can die and pass into the afterlife.
It's not easy to drink with a master.
This is where straws come in handy.
Yeah.
Once again.
All right.
All right. There were murmurings of plans for the day. How are you guys grouping up?
After
Well-
breakfast, I will definitely go to Iskren.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
let's-
time for our ritual.
Let's
will-
cross the street.
I will propose to Tario to go to try to recruit people from the herd, and then next day probably go to the Iron Brotherhood.
Like people from the herds, like the Minotaurs, right?
Yes.
I will-
No, the other farm animals.
All right. All right. Let Volta would also like to join. to see if they can spot some minotaurs with tattoos.
Well, there are a lot of minotaurs with tattoos. We're kind of tribal, you know,
Minotaur tattoos.
or at least here they are. Right, Sorval, you were busy smithing, right?
Yes, but I can spare an hour or such to go to your companions first.
Well, there's this really interesting guy who does some, well, tribal magic-y stuff. Ta-da! Long axe.
That is very impressive, but we should also try to see if we can recruit some Minotaurs to join our cause.
Yeah, sure, but I'm a big bull. I can multitask, you know.
Yeah, true, but we just can't forget to do that. That's why. That's all I'm saying.
Shoving down X. So,
I
Annabelle,
would
what you
like
do?
to. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure. It's
Okay.
close to the smithy, so afterwards I can easily go there.
Mhm.
So it's
Moment.
just gonna be the three of you?
I think so.
Well, the Vilta joined us, or
Yes.
By the way, can I roll a
And-
perception check for something?
Yeah.
You usually can.
Santa? Are you also a bit Vilta, or?
No, I'm with
Iskun.
Iskren.
We're going to get the
Do-
devil out of Xanthar.
DM, do I
Yes.
see something about Volta?
13, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You're a lizard Vilta.
Deal with it.
Yeah. I haven't received my owl lately.
You ate it.
Let's see. The
Tastes like chicken.
most intelligent party member was Vulta, right?
Yes.
Sadly, yes.
Intelligence,
Yes.
that is that?
Yeah.
It's
What?
not just for jumping. And
Mine is 10, so Volta is over that.
Yeah. I actually have a question. About passive perception. I noticed that my passive perception is 14 on my how do you say that, profile picture. But if I check, I actually have a passive perception of 18. But I
that's
can't.
because it goes up
Yeah,
along the way.
Yeah, I can't change it. Perhaps
You can change that in your name, your display name, under the settings.
Okay, let's try.
Sound
That.
wheel chittigs ball.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. There is this lingering suspicion that you have, Vulta, that maybe in order to get rid of powerful curse that affects one of your allies, it might be interesting to go at it full force and have more people out there than just Iskren. Not as a knock against their powers, but you feel...
I feel I should stay here and...
No, you feel like this kind of ritual usually has more effect if there is more parties involved.
Okay.
I can party.
So, perhaps I should stay for the ritual?
That would be one person more, yes.
Yeah, so perhaps I can...
Mention this to your friends.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Sorval. And I go towards Sorval and I say, Sorval, I noticed you are a special celestial being with wings and such.
Volta,
Tario
you should
vigorously
get
nods
your-
his head and agrees.
Volta, maybe you should get your eyes checked out. I'm a human.
Yes, but I have seen your wings.
Yes,
Perhaps-
those are blessings from the angels.
Yes, perhaps those blessings can help us get the thingy out of Xantaroth.
GM, question. Where do I sit in relation to Sorval? Am I sitting next to him?
Wait. Give me a moment. I will come to you soon.
Yeah, but I just want to know. Do I sit next to him?
It's not that big of a table. It's 8 people table ish.
All right, so
Most
I
of it's
just
taken up with food, but
Yeah.
I just
empty plates
put
by now.
put my hand on Sorval's shoulder and say, Sorval, it's time you to admit you're special.
I know I'm special, but I'm not a celestial.
Yeah, but
I mean, you both know my. Everybody here on the table knows about my glorious nature, but I'm still only a human.
yes, but
Dario considers his job done and he sips his milk.
yeah, but you are a
Clearly not only a human, Sorbo.
yes, you are a
My parents were human, so
Yes, that does not
Yes.
mean that
you
your
are not a
blessing
special.
has made you something else.
Yeah, you are a glorious human,
that
and
is
we
true.
yes, and we perhaps need you for the ritual. And Taurio, and I look to the other side of the table or the person next to Sorval, and I say Taurio, and perhaps we need your strength too. When this goes bad, we need somebody who can pin him down. And I wink towards him and I say, and perhaps you are that kind of bull.
I must say that your trust in what I'm about to do really touches me.
Yes,
Do
Yes,
we notice the sarcasm?
yes.
Yes,
No.
well,
Well,
Does it
That's why I
require
wear a
wisdom?
mask.
Because no.
yeah, it's
when
good.
I look at Ishgren, I'm like, Ishgren, are you going to summon dark forces?
No.
I think the way this question is formulated is wrong.
Yeah,
The right question is, am I going to cure Xantaros? Yes.
perhaps
Are
we
you
should-
going to do that with dark forces?
But the way I do this should not interest you, only the result.
If I'm coming with you, it will interest me.
The end
Yes, but-
justify the means, Sorbo.
So
I
Dario
would agree with that. So I'll come with you to make sure you don't use dark forces, at least not of the darkest kind.
Dario clears his throat and says, "Okay, so to summarize, we're going to bitch slap Big Z with some magic voodoo stuff, and then we're going to the Annabelle Lodge."
I think it's actually better to say that we're going to protect you while you bitch slap Big C.
Yes, the thing is, we should
Okay.
perhaps if we all join, we can balance this thing out and get the best result.
I just hope it doesn't take too long because I do have to go smithing today, else I'll never finish the armors.
I hope
Priorities,
I hope-
man.
I hope
I
that
have this
sa-
cursed friend,
Yeah,
but
I
I
hope
also
that-
have to make armor.
Yeah, Iskren says, I hope that saving Xantaros' life doesn't take too much of your precious
Magically
time.
bitch slapping my friend. Bitch slapping Iron.
Actually, I look at Tyrion like, actually, what I mean is that after this ritual, I probably don't have time to go to the Annabelle Lodge with you.
Well, I will be able to join him.
All right, so Iskren, chop chop.
Let's go. So we will go to the graveyard, right? Somewhere. We said we chose a place where dark magic is.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't feel any dark magic at the graveyard.
Yeah,
so.
correct. So that's the perfect place. A place where dark magic is correctly hidden so that you don't feel it. So yeah, let's go.
There's the Mountain Shade Temple we're going to, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, form a conga line, guys.
Da, 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 da.
I don't show the conga line.
What?
I lit conga line.
Ah, this is Torval we know.
Walk
Money.
like a
Somebody
lizard
threw
man.
money all around. Let's get the money.
So
I
as
think
you
those are flowers.
arrive
No,
at
it's good for
Yeah.
Are
the
they
Mountain
tasty
Shade
flowers?
Temple, for those that haven't been there yet,
Mhm.
there is a cemetery gate that blocks the general passage from town into the zone where things are buried. There is a Minotaur guard captain standing on watch, making sure that nobody does anything untowards. And beyond the gates, you do spot several graves, and there are indeed votive offerings on the ground, being silver coins, copper coins, some gold coins, and they are clearly placed there. They've been placed there for a while.
GM,
The elements have had some playtime with them.
I have to make a complaint. They look like flowers. Dario is a bit disappointed right now.
Why? I immediately recognize them as coins. They're brown, then what kind of flowers do you eat, Taurin?
Dandelions.
Tasty flowers?
So,
So
can I
Yeah.
use Divine Sense here, please?
Of course you can.
Then I do Divine Sense.
I do give a friendly salute to the guard.
There is a hint to this location of necromantic activity. There is a mild aura of undead, but more in a muted background way. There is probably spells protecting these grounds that have something to do with the darker side of magic.
I
There's
look at
also a
this friend.
strong presence which is nature based. You can't fully grasp it with your divine sense, but nature, that's a very clear image you get, especially from around the hollowed out tree trunk up ahead.
I look at Ishka, I'm like, no dark forces, right? Should have known
Forces.
better.
Forces
At
are
least-
like a weapon.
At least it seems that nature is strong here.
Yeah, the cycle of life and death.
I don't think it goes like that, Ishka, but
Yes. Luckily, these forces do not need your opinion to work.
true.
Let's proceed.
Yes.
I proceed.
Why are you grey, says Volta.
Great.
This is the pot calling the kettle grey.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
Yes. I suggest we move to that tree.
Guard
hollowed
Captain
out tree.
Siri, seeing you guys approach, goes.
Yeah, I try to sense where my powers will be stronger. More to the tree or more to the obvious coins and graveyards?
You have the feeling that this would be more your thing, but
Yeah.
if you start using the rest of the party, it might actually be beneficial to be more nature-based, considering that you have two Gruul with you. And they tend to be slightly more naturalistic. The guard captain, however, holds you as you approach and goes like, "Good morning. Might I know your business here?"
We are here
Making me normal.
to visit the cemetery.
Tyro gives a friendly salute and points to Iskrin.
So you're making your lizard normal in a cemetery?
Yes.
Yes, our companion here is strengthened by the sense of death around him.
It's magic-y stuff, ritual stuff. You know, it's
Yeah.
a whole lot of weird things. Nothing
I'm
too special.
going to say that if you do anything untoward, I will probably have to intervene and potentially murder you.
I see.
Are you
If-
okay with this?
Well,
yeah.
you will try probably, but yes.
Can I help?
Well, I'll give you a few basic rules in order to accommodate you and make sure that I don't have to take action.
Please.
Don't disturb other people here. This is a place of rest, tranquility, and potentially afterlife.
Ik heb niks gezien.
Volta hasn't seen anything.
No. I got a question. Yeah, sorry.
And make sure that any votive offerings left behind by the graves, be they items or coins, are left there. People enjoy this kind of respect. So no tomb robbing.
GM question: Is there a lot of grass as well, or is it more moss covered?
The main path seems to be leaf strewn. Once you're off the leaves, it is grass, a little bit of moss, but mainly grass.
Tasty grass?
It's been growing on dead people. Could be
Better
good.
It's probably
not. Okay,
good.
so I nod seriously, and then I whisper to the guard. And what about the grass?
Grass is pretty good.
Is it greener?
I'll keep him in line.
There is no hill here, so I wouldn't know. Only mountains. Nobody ever says the grass is greener on the other side of the mountain, do you? Not entirely sure.
I've heard people say that.
Very well.
Alright then, it might be greener than on the other side of the mountain. Considering the barony is that way, so it's probably greener.
Moving on.
Well,
Not to worry, I'll
yeah.
keep him in line. And
Thank you.
I pat my long axe.
Thank you for your uninvited opinion. And yeah, we'll go now.
I feel like they're taking the piss out of me as a custodian of this place.
All right, then. Yeah, let's go for the trunk then. I see some
Okay.
graves inside the trunk anyhow, so that's gonna count.
There
for
is
something.
one gravestone that has been destroyed, apparently.
Oh, that's
Well, it's probably why there is a captain standing outside keeping watch.
yeah.
Um,
Comes on, sir.
but
Me
the-
trying to scratch my mask. Okay.
the tree is basically hollowed out to a point where people have been working it so that whatever remains will stay standing. A close inspection shows that it has a certain polished quality to it.
Very well. I think Xantharot, you should stand there. Where the
Yeah, I brought
distraction-
Big C in the
Yeah.
I brought Big C in his back, and I say the sacrifice goes in the middle.
where the distraction was, and I would
Yeah.
like the others to be around Xantharot
Yeah.
in order
Before-
to lend their spiritual strength to him.
Yeah. Before we start this ritual, I will ask Centerot to lay his totems also around him.
I will do that. I have 3 now, so I can
Yeah.
triangulate them.
So, before we start, Jim, can I just look around here if I see something other special, like where the nature sense might come from?
There is one patch of grass, quite specifically, approximately in the middle. A single white flower grows there. It's green stem and then a pretty bulbous sort of white flower head.
Yeah.
Is that where Big C is also standing, or?
He's standing almost over it.
Yeah. I will ask Big C to put the statue I gave him, the totem, next to it.
I
Make
will
sure you
do
don't
that.
destroy that flower. I think it's special.
Yeah, it is special. It is a very
Dario pulls back his hand.
Yeah. No touchies.
By the way, I look at Ishgren like, Ishgren, are you planning to cast Lesser Restoration?
No,
Okay.
Greater restoration.
I believe that what is affecting Xantharot, it's in fact a curse. So I'm going to remove this curse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are we going to slap it out of him? Because otherwise there won't be much help, I think.
Stay near him, Taurio, and lend him your support.
I'll make sure to pray to Jared.
I will try and gain the favor of the Lady of the Woods. Autumn Willow.
Dario will focus his mind.
Taurio, step forward.
Sorry.
And I will place my other 2 totems, and I will call upon the bear and the eagle spirit.
And I will concentrate on the other
Kan du
totem
bara-
of Autumn Willow.
Ja, snäll.
Alrighty.
Right.
So, Iskren, what spell are you casting?
So I will take my coin and look in the direction of Xantarot and silently utter a prayer to Sengir and to the powers that be, to the dark and light magic that is inside of me, and I shall cast a remove curse spell. As I finish the incantation, I step forward and I impose my hands on Xantarot, and I say, whatever evil has taken you, whatever has... here we go. Let's go.
So,
Full moon.
as you do that, you feel that the world shrinks around you and just goes like poof, and you are standing in not exactly fog, not exactly clouds. There is a solid floor underneath, but there's lightning or waves rolling through it. And in front of you, you see the horrible blue thing that has been haunting your dreams of late.
You have revealed yourself.
Just pop it out so that you all have the visuals. This should do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we all have nightmare fuel, check.
So I look at Iskren and I say, this is the guy.
Yes, I can see.
Dario points, that's the ugly fucker from yesterday.
Yes.
And I also went, oh, what the fuck? And I will try to see if I can...
Steal your minds. I believe we're not really here, but a mental projection of ourselves. That does not make this less real. So be ready for everything.
Dario looks a bit confused, so can I hit it or not?
There is only one way to
You're
know.
free to try.
Perhaps we should
Dario
warn...
attacks.
I look at the creature and I say, you have no hold on Xantarot. His soul, mind, and shall I say body, belongs to one other.
One other.
One other.
Perhaps that it's so. But you seek to end the curse that lies upon him, a curse I very well crafted. Well then, let's see how you fare against it.
Hold fast, my companions.
Alright, let's...
Face the fears. Remember, fear is the mind killer. Once you are free of it, only you will remain.
But first you must let it pass through you.
That's a fact.
Oh, goddammit.
Whisper. Mother.
Oh right, question, how do I change my profile picture? The picture of my token?
You have to give it to
Because-
the DM.
Okay, because I have this awesome picture that Fausto made, but
You have to go to edit.
yeah, but I can't change the token.
Oh, that's so weird.
I'll do it for next session.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Okay, so first off, a winged female humanoid. Starts singing this entrancing song that carries with it strange rhythms. You are aware of a certain primal nature, certain primal cause that is in there. And that means everyone within 300 feet, which I suspect
That will
is
be everyone.
everyone,
Would be everyone.
That would be
make
so-
me a DC 11 wisdom
Gold
check.
Xantarot.
Wisdom.
Yes! Yes!
Steal your minds, my friend.
Volta, wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Really, Sorval, really.
Sorry.
That's with a +7, for fuck's sake!
Happens to me every single fucking time.
Dario, mind like an iron vault. And then we have Sorval, the wisest of them all, with a 10.
Erp derp.
This is
Derp.
This is just shit luck, But yeah, that means the song, it touches a certain beat in your being, the slightly
to
more
rage.
wild side that you've been repressing for, well, most of your life in order to be able to become this idol for the Legion. This side now feels itself come to the fore, and you want to be near that being because it's a winged being. It could very well be an Ulgrothan angel. That
you're-
is probably the case. It is probably an Ulgrothan angel, and you should go to it and ask it questions. It'll have answers for you.
Which
will
one
off-
was it? The one on the left or the right?
This one.
She will offer you protection and a lot of love and affection.
I still think she's batshit crazy, but that's me.
I'll just put it like that. That way you know. The other one. Let's see what kind of fun stuff we can do.
She can bring her face to my long axe.
She's going to fly in and dive at Xantaroth, considering who he is.
GM, I have one question about my long axe. It has 10 feet range, but what does that do with the attacks of opportunity?
That means if it moves out of your reach, you can attack it.
Oh, nice. But yeah, still, I'm not sure what the range is on this map. There's no grid
10 feet.
visible.
There is a grid.
Yeah, I don't see the grid.
There is one.
Yeah, there is a grid.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean,
There is no
Like-
grid.
No, there's
No
no
grid.
grid. I can
Those are
move
just-
my token as I will. Are the squares on the map? Are those the
Yeah, that's the grid.
5 feet range?
It's a dreamscape. Things are strange.
just move.
So in my dream, is a square 5 feet?
Nope.
Okay. So we use this thingy-majig.
Yep.
So in my
Oh,
imagination, can I reach the big fucker from where I'm standing?
Imagination.
It might be a tricky one.
It's
Anyway.
a long act.
Okay.
Thingy dives onto our friend.
Mm-hmm.
It shrieks and
Oh,
it crits for 5 damage, motherfuckers. Tremble in fear. Aye.
Caca!
okay. That is I know that. That hurts.
Yeah. Then it's sort of all.
Well, it says that I have to move towards it.
Mhm.
And I'll use the dash action to go to it, and I can go up to it completely.
Does it actually say you can't? You just have to go to it, but you still can attack it, right?
Nope.
Or not?
Nope, I'm charmed by it. So
Okay. Yeah, it was a long list of text and I saved it, so I didn't read it.
Yeah. But you're actually incapacitated, so you cannot dash. You can only move.
true.
Mhm.
Okay, then I move 30 feet to it. That's about here. That should be 30 feet.
And can you make a saving throw every time, or what does it
Yep.
say?
End of turn.
Well, it's not my turn yet, so I just got it. Oh, I did not expect to see a true Boros angel here. It's so good to see you. May I have your
actually-
name?
ODM.
That's all I will do.
It is only when they get damage that they can reroll.
Okay. Oh.
The creature can also repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn. Yeah. Oopsie.
And that will be my turn, so I'll try to.
I have moderate reading comprehension.
Yes.
I
So-
have acquired this after Fausto corrected me a million times. So
I saw damages, so
I
that was like.
have this
Only
as well, but I have to
999
read the text first. So
I'll get there because that was 1,000. So
And then I realize it's not a Boros angel at all.
then you realize, oh,
Hey.
what the fuck? It just attacked Xantaroth. It might not actually be an angel.
No,
It
the other
might be
one.
a manifestation of my subconsciousness that is
Yeah.
causing me several troubling delays in logic. So you are now gloriously free from
Yes.
what ailed you. Dario.
So, oh wait, Dario moves towards the big nasty thing here that looks like it will give the most points, and
Still only counts as
The
one.
one.
yeah, but I want the bigger one, you know. That the bigger ones they have more issues dodging my axe, so and I swing with my thingamajig. I
Swing
clicked
with
it.
thingamajig.
I think I clicked it. Didn't I click it?
What are you swinging at?
At the bird thingy.
Okay.
Big Bob.
Oh wait, sorry, I did swing. So 20, does that hit?
That very much hits.
Yeah, for 19.
Youch.
Ouchie.
It screeches out as your blade slashes through its skin.
Caca. And yeah, my second one is a 5. That's a miss. Oh wait, it's a 14. 14. Because I have advantage. That does count as advantage, right? If it's or do I need to stand next to it?
That's
Sorry, I
what I
should have
don't
asked.
know for sure.
Yeah, sorry, I should have asked that first.
I think that you can see this as a ranged attack more.
Still a melee attack.
Yeah, it's still a melee
Yeah,
attack.
but
I just have
10 feet away, so
Still a melee attack.
true.
question: does a 14 hit or not? Because otherwise it's moot.
It misses. You and your ally both have to be adjacent to flank according to rules as
That's
written.
correct.
All right, so as my final move, because I moved
Sorry.
three moves or so, I still move closer to it.
I'm going to the biggest one, the wounded bird.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it dodged my long axe. I mean, the nerve.
I can move up to this guy. I like that. So, as my bonus action, I see Small Burp, who gave me a little ouchie, but I don't care, and I will just rage and just walk straight to this guy.
It might taste like chicken, Santarot.
Fuck chicken.
Hey!
Stop doing that with your food stuff.
And I will rage, and I will hit him with the glowy, magicy sword. Well, the maul.
Wasn't the glowy magic maul once it was enchanted with magic weapon?
No. It is a magic weapon.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm loading the harpy stat sheet because, attacks of opportunity
Yes.
eventually happen.
Everything.
Never mind. Rolling nope.
It's
Okay,
only me
so
you roll well on.
Does 24
true.
hit?
24 hits.
Then I will do 10 damages.
The 10 damages.
Isn't it
And,
12?
12 damages.
12 damages. Goes
And
up.
I will hit him again. Goeie budget.
I think 12 misses.
No, that misses.
Then, because it was hurt, it slashes back at you.
Nice.
That's a 14, which I guess misses.
17
it's
hits
17.
because it is advantage. I am going reckless.
Ah,
Big Z isn't even saying it. He's always going reckless.
Yes, I'm going reckless. Holy shit.
so
Plus 8 bludgeoning? Oh,
Only if you
what?
were prone.
so it's just 8 damage because you were
oh yeah.
raging.
I'm in a rage. Okay. Then it is its turn.
Oh boy.
Grey Render.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So bite,
Hits.
claw,
Hits.
claw.
Hits.
Nice.
You feel like this subtle manifestation of your troubles is quite powerful.
I feel.
So-
Says,
Iskun already calculated it for you, and it's a strength 16 check or be knocked prone.
Thou shalt not knock me prone. I'm raging, so that's with an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Thank fuck. Because that would have been an additional 8 damage through your rage.
Ooh.
Okay,
AC, leave some for me, okay?
Vulta.
I will step 1 to the right, like this.
If
And
you
I-
take
Cha-cha
one
real
to the-
smooth.
No, that's my other character actually. So and I will use my bone blade on this wounded bird because I am for the wounded birds.
You like boning wounded birds. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a hit.
fear them.
You can add sneak attack if you want to.
Yeah, can I add?
You could also
There's Taurio, so
Right.
yes.
Okay, voilà.
you could also take advantage if you take a step lower.
So-
but
Dus
Yeah, but
19.
Nice.
19 kills it. You just
Okay.
like straight ram your blade through the bird and a final weakening shriek. And some blood spills out of it.
And I'm
Potentially Xantharot's, but
Ooh.
Ja, en I'm like... Wacht, hè, hoe big is dat? Oh, nee, blijven staan.
I love this dreamscape mathematics. I can fuck this big guy over.
Yeah, move
Yeah.
Put forward, Wolta, put forward. Put forward.
Yeah, and I will come a little bit closer.
Use the pointy from a distance thingy. You know, the
Like-
crossbow.
Like this, and I will shoot my hand crossbow at the big...
duck, Xantharot, duck!
Yeah, duck, duck. And I will yell, duck, Xantharot, duck.
I thought it was a harpy.
16. Your
Yeah, there's
Moral.
yeah.
impacts, but it doesn't seem to penetrate through the natural armor of the being that is striking at Xantharot.
No problem, we will shoot again later on.
Later on, maybe earlier than you think.
Yeah,
Nice.
that does not look tasty.
Beautiful. I want one.
Is
Love it.
You know, it reminds me a lot of something else. So I will take my Orzum ring and I shall summon my slave.
Oh goddamn! Do I have that in the thingy?
Yeah, I think you do.
Fuck you, GM. Fuck you.
Oh, it's there. It's maybe I can even put it myself. No, I can't.
Is it
I
in the
remember
useful
it.
thing?
Once you gave me his character sheet. No?
Yeah.
Useful things? No. Yeah, I know it is. Here, Guildmaster, creature by guild, order of city. Yep. Okay. But I cannot. I know I can. Hey. Look. Here he is.
Yay!
Yay. What is it? Does he have to roll initiative or is it just after me or how does it?
It'll
do
be
you
on
want?
your initiative tick
Okay.
just to keep everything
Just to keep
easy.
everything- Okay, whatever. So, and then as a normally it's an action, but I will use my embodiment of law to cast an enchantment spell as a bonus action, and I will. This is an enchantment spell, I think. Yes, and I will bless Taurio, Vulta, and Xantharot. And since I just blessed Vulta, he can immediately make a free attack against somebody he wants with sneak attack.
Yeah. I will try and hit this one. I can shoot only once, eh?
Yep.
Let's hope this doesn't hit Xantharot.
It doesn't hit Xantharot. It sadly enough doesn't penetrate.
Plus 1d4
The-
because you're blessed.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
It
Ah.
might still penetrate.
Go for
Moment,
it. Oh, man.
1d4.
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice. Alrighty. So you managed to do a whooping 20 damage to it.
Yep.
The curse has been broken.
Hey.
Dario gets the feeling he won't be using Great Weapon Mastery on this big nasty thingy.
And then my thrall will fly forward. It only flies 30 feet, so I think it's just not enough to get in melee with that guy. But I don't know. One of his attacks is rock. Do I come with rocks or?
It's partially made out of rocks, so
Okay, then here, take this, ugly. Outclass 11. Bonk.
Solid
It's a whole lot of conk.
And that was me.
No, that wasn't you.
Yeah, I mean, that was my job.
Alrighty, so the second harpy, seeing that its friend has been disemboweled, will strategically interpose herself between Sorval and Zamtaros
Winner, chicken dinner.
and
Nom, nom, nom,
do
nom.
the multi-attack on Sorval, missing completely, I think.
Yes, missing completely. AC
This is the
20.
part where I should have asked you guys if you were wearing your armor to the ritual, wasn't it?
Yes.
Do I not wear my armor? I
Ever?
think I even sleep in it.
Voila.
Sorval, your go. The winged creature that has just flung itself into your face has stopped singing and is very definitely not an Ulgrothan angel.
Ha.
Yes, so let's use Frostbrand on it.
That is a very definite hit.
Oof,
And then
wow.
I use War Priest to attack it again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Using Guided Strike on it. So plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to smite it.
Okay.
He's
For
going.
some reason, Sorval seems pissed.
Storval is pissed, but only
It
at
is
level
sadly
1.
enough not an undead creature.
Ha.
Nope.
But Volta is
But
like.
still 20 damage extra. 12 damage extra.
Yeah, this is the bird is starting to smoke. You smite first. You carve 2 frost-lined gashes into it. It doesn't even bleed because that's the intensity of the cold that you're using.
Yeah.
And then there's just from the final point of downswing of your sword, this upward glow, golden and radiant, like a singular flame that just shoots through it as it shrieks with pain.
Nice.
It appears to be very badly injured.
I nod to Sorval like that's my war angel.
That's for deceiving me.
Taurio. The rest of everybody goes like, he was deceived? I thought he was running towards the enemy.
I do have a one. The 1d4 is that only once?
It's every as long as you are blessed.
As long as I'm blessed.
Yes,
Yeah,
on
I'm
attacks.
I'm debating whether to use my great weapon master because the does seem to have a pretty high.
If you have
You have advantage
use
now,
it.
so
Yeah. Whatever. Let's go for it.
do it. Try it once. See what happens.
Yeah, I clicked it, but it's slow. It's a
Plus
14.
D4. Plus D4.
What's the target number? Do we know by now?
Maybe
Nope.
18. Who knows?
D4.
It is
Ooh.
more than 50.
It is more than 50.
I roll again.
Creepy.
That's
gonna be tricky.
more than 14, so it doesn't matter.
That's it. You wasted
Um,
it. You wasted.
You are doing a Bojanke.
I do my action surge. Fuck it. And I just roll normally, just attack normally this time. Bam.
Okay, 22 hits. 15
Uh,
slashing. It's pretty good.
So yeah, sadly that's it.
So it's going to do its bloody rampage on you?
You can try.
Because I do think... Yes. Last time it did it on Xantarot, but that was before it took its turn.
Yes.
Very important that I do it correctly.
I have 19 AC, by the way.
Yeah. I roll like shit. I have
I love
plus
you.
8 on my attack roll. Haha!
But you roll like shit.
Indeedo.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
This is Big Z.
I will hit it again with the glowy magic maul. Twice. I don't even have to do reckless. I'm not
That's
going to do
great.
reckless because I have advantage.
D4.
Plus
Air high five.
1d4. 19.
That's a very narrow hit on the AC.
Nice.
Yes! Narrow hit is good enough. For
So
15
19.
damage.
No
Yep.
more great weapon mastery for this fucker. Check.
Gold blast paying off.
I will hit him again with the glow magic maul.
27. That is definitely a hit, even before the bless.
For 17 damage.
You
And
are
I still-
wailing on it.
Have a bonus action, and I look at it and I say, you have teeth, but so have I, and I will bite
and
him.
As you look at it, that face, it's similar to yours, but where your mouth goes gatery, it is more stumpy. It is almost as though it's withdrawn slightly into its skull. You're not entirely sure, but your party members could point out that this is not all that dissimilar from the way you looked when you were going feral.
Uh-oh. Still going to bite it.
Kill your curse.
Still looks
Natural
still,
20
Wow.
for
Nice.
Suck.
only 11 damage. And I will get 5 temporary hit points.
Big Z was never going to win a pagan fashion show, so
So I will wail on it twice and I will bite a chunk out of it.
Yeah, it appears to be moderately in pain from that. That was
Good.
a good start. So now I'll go...
fight your curse of uncontrollable rage by raging on it.
Exactly.
It helps.
That's how
Yeah,
it goes.
So-
it's a good coping mechanism.
Control the rage by raging.
It bites you.
It can try. Oh, it hits.
It does.
So strength check
Strength check. 20.
and claw. Both miss, I think.
Both miss, yes.
Excellent.
So,
So,
that is
I mean,
5.
oh no.
4 to 4, round it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have my temporary hit points. Yes!
Alrighty, that means it's time for the wonders of Volta.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't
I
shoot
will.
me.
I will come in closer,
Don't shoot me!
nice.
Don't shoot me!
like this, but yeah, I will pull out my bone blade and go, haha, and attack with advantage, I think.
I don't think that is with advantage because I'm still in the way.
Yeah, but
21 hits.
It's
all right,
a pretty decent check, yeah.
okay.
Is it afraid of the Volta?
Let's
try.
give that a check, shall we? Ooh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Volta, you did it damage. It can attack on you.
Mm,
Yes.
is it my
You
turn?
can take it.
I will right there because I moved 21 feet. I will move towards here. I disengage and I go.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it-
bloody
first-
rampage is
first
just
it is
when it
direction.
when it takes damage.
Yeah. Go for it. Go. That's really good if it hits you. Then I have a reason to heal you.
Okay, but
All these tactical games. 19
up
That
there.
will hit.
That hits, yeah.
for 11.
Hold on.
Plus 16.
No, that's only if you're prone.
Ah, okay, 11. Okay. After 11.
Big C, you have 90 hit points? What the?
Yes.
Voila.
Barbarians with +5 con, man.
They're con
And it-
men, I tell you.
Yeah, that's a con right there. I'm calling
Alright.
bullshit.
Alright, I still have one shot left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to shoot this one in the
So
back.
you're not disengaging?
Yeah, I'm disengaging, and I will stand here.
Are you gonna use... never mind. He already used his reaction, right? To do the...
Yeah.
I used the reaction, right? So it's my end of my turn. Okay.
Plop.
Right. Iskrin.
All right, then I will first of all summon a spiritual weapon of 4th level to attack the big guy.
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Grapplins
you're
on
attacking-
another
you're attacking us?
page.
What is it?
You said
I
the
see.
big guy.
The big guy, yeah, this guy.
This is the big guy.
He's the bigger than than all of you. I mean, don't flatter yourself. And
So next to the big guy, right?
next to the big guy, yeah, my Dark Sun. And I will cast it at 4th level, we say. So, what? Armor class. What's that? No, sorry, it did the wrong thing. Spiritual weapon here. Level 4. Up. Armor class 17.
That's sadly enough a
That
miss.
is a miss. Yeah, indeed. Well, that happened. And then, as a bonus, no, I said something stupid. Okay. And then I will use. I will just move a bit there, and I will use my trowel to go there, possibly giving advantage later to Bufta, and he will punch this guy. Here, take this. Paw. A 21
Hits.
for 7 bitch slapping hit points. Yeah, because he has
Rolling it up, yo.
He has a thing. Yeah, he has a. How do you call it?
Stone fist.
Yeah.
He has a
if-
chain on.
If you see the image, yeah, there is like some chain around his fist, like a real gangster. No, but he also on his fist he has what's
but
that called?
he's got the pimp chains. He's got
Yeah.
it going on.
It's a pimp gargoyle. We get it.
Yeah, that's
It's a
it.
gargoyle from the hood.
A stone cold pimp.
So yeah, no. The harpy
But
ineffectually
wait a
scratches
second.
at you.
I was actually correct because my spiritual weapon is a bonus action, so I can still do an action, and my action would be toll the dead on the big guy.
On the big guy.
Ding ding.
Ring a ling a
Come
ling.
on, what is today?
It should go well for you. He's immune to a lot of stuff, but he's got shitty wisdom.
14 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch. You see parts of it shrivel up and fall off.
Nice.
Be
Xantharot,
specific.
considering that it's not all that dissimilar to your feral ragey look, it's a little disconcerting to see things fall off. And if you wouldn't be raging, you might be worried about parts of you now.
I look
Ding
at my
ding.
arms. My arms are still attached. I can keep on wailing.
Not those arms.
Okay.
Sort of well.
Fine. Frostbrand has done me a great favor before, so
That is a hit.
so
And
9.
you plunge the sword into the shrieking bird, taking it out of the combat completely.
Very good.
Nice.
So if I move now, I can still use the War Priest. To use the attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. So I should be able to still use the War Priest thingy.
Your dinner is frozen, so you can take another action. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
No. So I move up to here. Look at him like. Does seem a bit like Xantharot, doesn't it? And then I attack it with Frostbrand again,
Nice.
and I smite it as well
Smite it.
at. You know what? Frag it, 3rd level.
Is it an
No, smite
undead?
it.
It's sadly enough not undead.
It will still
So that's 15
be booted.
and 8, 23 and 14, 37.
Nice.
I'm
It's
glad I can
looking
finally.
bad.
I'm
Me,
happy I
pick me,
finally
pick me.
do some damage.
Paladins.
Yo.
That's all I can do. So
It is enough.
No, it's still standing. It's not enough.
I already took down one this turn. You can have the rest of it.
That's
Dario.
a chicken. That's a flying chicken. I mean, you were going to kiss it. Schwaffle.
Truffle.
Bless.
Bless.
Nice.
Thank your bless for that.
Six of Swaffle. Bless.
Schwaffle.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was my second attack. So the first is 11
Yep.
slashing, and the second is 4.
How do you want to do it?
Yoo-hoo!
Well, how big is he? Is he bigger than Big Z?
Yeah.
Well,
He's
What makes you doubt
Just
this
about-
looking at the token?
1.5 big C's going on to 1 3/4 big C's.
yeah. So it is too big to chop off his head. So I'm just chopping it off at
You
the
have
legs.
reach.
I mean,
You have 10 feet reach.
yeah, but bringing it down to my own level, you know, off with its feet.
Alrighty, so you chop through it, leveling it off, and then probably impale its head on your spike as it comes down.
Why would I do that? I get my long axe dirty.
Because just chopping off something's feet is horrible and painful, but it doesn't necessarily kill what you're trying to take down.
I'll poke it to make sure.
It's okay. I will watermelon his head.
My poke is the 14 damage. I'll poke it to make sure.
In the meantime, you see Volta just trying to rip off an arm for safekeeping.
Even in dreams.
You can check with Sandrat if it tastes any good or not.
Okay, Big C.
I will watermelon its head so it is smushed to bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I will look around for more shit.
Okay.
Do I spot anything?
Make me a perception check.
Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Is this a big statue over here, or?
It is a massive statue, but it seems like half submerged in the floor. Almost as though it's like this image that is frozen into a stone floor that you can see through.
It was a 12. Too bad it wasn't natural 20.
Sadly enough.
Can I check?
Ja.
I will investigate. Wil iemand mij helpen of niet?
I will walk through here and that's it. Am I?
You need intelligence for that, so nope.
Okay, let's continue on. Oh, man. Brr.
The Volta we know.
Yeah, no. This place is confounding your senses. Anything you've learned in nature doesn't really seem to hold here. You see some familiarity in the statue, but that's about it. You can't put your finger on it. And then we arrive at Iskren's turn.
So I will step. Sorry, go for it.
As your turn comes about, as you can calm down a little from the combat that has been going on, you notice there is a blurring of this place. Almost as though you removed something that was maintaining it. And you have a feeling this implies a job well done. But at the same time, it's still here, so something else must be still... There is something missing in your perception.
So I will step forward. I'll step forward a bit. I will send both my weapon and my dude a bit forward. And I will look around, trying to attune my senses, both physical and spiritual, to the place, and I will say, there is nothing you can throw at us that we can't defeat, be that in the real world or in the nightmares that you send to us. Release Xantaroth. Now!
Okay, Xantarov. Your animal side gives you certain benefits,
Yes.
but these come at a certain cost. The internal struggle your character will go through now is, do you prefer power or your allies?
Well,
And
I
you
have
don't have
learned-
to wait. You don't have to answer right now.
okay.
The dream world slowly starts dissipating, as though whatever has had its hold on you has released its grip. And before long, you find yourself standing back in a hollowed-out tree trunk. Apparent
Huzzah!
victory.
How do you feel, Xantaroth?
How do I feel?
That is my question to you, Xantaroth.
Yes, but that was a question to the DM. How do I feel?
I don't know.
How do you feel?
This is up to Big C. This is. I can't do your character if you haven't lost control. So. So I just. You can do whatever you want with it. All I say is you don't have to say it out loud, but that is the choice that your character was presented with. Either raw power or the control that you need in order to keep your allies safe.
Okay, fair enough. I think I feel good, Iskren. I think this is exactly what I needed. But it seems that once again, even in the dream world, or this weird thing that we were in, things were trying to take over our minds. So it's still, I think it is still wise for us, or at least for me, to learn how to combat that.
These
Even
are
though we fixed this problem.
wise words, and for what I can, I will try to help you in this. Of course, I expect the same from your side. Dedication, devotion, and protection.
And go!
And those knickknacks that you don't use at all, those shiny little things that are useless to you.
Oh yeah, Volta has them all.
Oh yeah, stop doing that, Xantaroth. Give them to me.
The mind. Tyler is going to give his 2 cents. The mind is like any other foe, just beat into submission. Works for me.
Very well then. I guess we can consider this a success for the moment.
As you step away from your bit where you're standing,
Yeah.
you notice that there are bloodstains on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively new. There's some feathers that are lying there. And
Frozen chicken dinner.
a couple of canines.
A couple?
Yeah, a pair of fangs.
I thought canines as in hounds or dogs.
Yeah, I also thought dogs. Perhaps I should. Can I have the canines?
Do I even notice them?
you can grab them from the ground. They are quite noticeable. They're approximately palm-sized.
All right. So
Do they look like they come from a crocodile? An oversized crocodile?
A furry crocodile.
Yeah, that would. You're not that familiar with crocodiles. So you're familiar with what Xantharot's teeth look like from up close.
all right.
Yeah, Tyler doesn't care, Volta. You can have him.
Yay. I would also suggest that we leave the statue of Mother Nature of Autumn Willow. We leave her here. I crafted it to be positioned here. I fetched it for Xantharot. Perhaps we should put it back at its natural place, and I will put it next to the flower.
Okay. Volta,
Yes.
considering you already been here and found a way to connecting to the nature spirit,
Yeah.
later this evening before we go to bed, do you want to come here with me and meditate?
Yes, I would love to. No, you will not touch this flower. Get away. And I will bully you out of the tree. So, like, oh, go.
Take him by the nose ring.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will grab him by the horns and remove him from the tree.
You can try.
Yeah. Perhaps we should clean this place a little bit up, remove the feathers and such.
yes, perhaps you should. And I
Yeah.
will.
So guys, next to all the cool crafting stuff they have at Edible Lodge, they also have drinks.
Or you can get yourself a new nose ring.
Yeah.
I look around. Can I see how much time has passed by the sun or such?
You've only been gone for a few moments, as far as you can tell.
We bitch slapped those bitches good.
You'd say an hour? Judging by the sun?
Then I should go and finish the armor.
All right.
Who's coming to the rest of the herd?
I would like to go to the herd.
Iskren,
Yes.
as you are leaving the tree trunk, you hear a mildly amused voice in your head
Yes.
that goes like, well, that takes care of that.
Yes. I was expecting to see additional limbs and and sails made of skin.
No, it's nothing so horrible yet. We're going to... You somewhat circumvented what I wanted to do.
Oh,
All the more power to you. You have not entirely been disserviceable to me. That distracted the blue bastard well enough to keep some of his hold on my mind at bay and restore my sanity.
I am glad to have been of service then.
Then I will tell you this as a reward. Sometimes I glean information from the minds of lesser mortals. You are aware that a Balor is looking for you?
We, in a way, I was fearing that. Are you referring to Dravesh?
I am not.
Another one.
There were 3.
Oh, very well.
As far as I've been able to conclude, Dravesh is aware that you know his name.
Mm-hmm.
So it will probably do what it can to avoid you. However...
His brother from another mother.
Sometimes things get trickier. If it would come to pass that you encounter it, they are not entirely unintelligent, and they're open to bargains.
Yes. Yes, and I would expect that such creatures would not be friendly with each other. Like maybe I could use the one that I know the name of against the other that is looking for me.
Yes, that would be very wise. And even better, if you were to find, let's say, a certain lump of black iron in this town.
A lump of black iron?
Something anvil shaped or something. Leshrak is nothing if not unimaginative.
Then where would I find this lump of black iron?
That's where I can't help you.
Already
Somehow, the planeswalker that is my enemy is aware that I am intelligent, and therefore he has hidden his objects from me. So I have Han that do the looking for me.
And what will I do with this lump of black iron?
You smash it and use it to gain leverage. You've been through that before. You know how leverage works. Destroy the anchor, which is an anvil, and gain some ally who happens to be a massive winged demonic entity.
I see. Well, I thank you for this information then, my lord. And once again, I apologize for the delay, and I do look forward to meet you in the rotting flesh.
You are currently doing quite well, and I think you will find my flesh is pristine.
I
Then
internally grin. I shall hope so.
Then again, you are aware of such blessings, are you not? Oh yes, your beauty mark. We'll deal with that once we get to it.
Tak životy.
Okay. That was this bit. So you guys have looted whatever you wanted to loot?
Well, there's still some grass left, but I can't take it all, you know? Leave some for the rest.
Take it in the back, take it in the back.
I make sure he
First
doesn't.
stomach.
Well, you weren't so selective with my carpet.
That wasn't me.
That was Santaro.
Ah,
The other
Oops.
blunt object.
the other part, yes.
In the room.
How can you recognize all these brutes, one from
Well,
the other?
one's horny and the other one isn't.
I can
I'm
clearly
really
see-
glad you.
I can see some.
I'm really
some
glad you
protrusions.
hit on the right one just a moment ago.
Yeah, I can clearly see some protrusions coming from Saturn.
It's below the belt. I got the same one, but I got one, he got two. Count.
Yes. Well, I guess it's time to rejoice then.
Mm-hmm.
Sorval,
Yes.
because he came along, I wonder, and I'm not a blacksmith by any means, but I do have a lot of physical strength, so maybe I can assist you with your endeavors.
Well, I already have the assistance of the blacksmith there, but I would enjoy the company.
Okay. Then I will follow Sorval and assist him for today with his blacksmithing in any way that I can.
Sorval, will see you later during the evening.
Yes, I will return to the Traveler's Retreat after I have finished the armor.
You can stop by the lodge. It was in the same direction as the blacksmith, right?
Yes.
yeah.
It's right next to it, so... Yes, I will indeed come... Well, you still have to introduce me to someone, don't you?
Yeah. Pointing at his majestic long axe. It's kind of magically now.
Very good. I will see you there.
Slaps the long ass. This bitch can fit so many dice in it. Okay. Lodge first or smithing first? What do you guys want to do?
Where is the blacksmith on the map? I'm looking at all
General
the
store.
Ah, is that the general store?
Yep, he has
Yes.
an annex there.
All right.
Um,
Doesn't really matter. Whichever
Yeah.
comes first. Whichever way you want to do first. For me, I'm not really doing anything special. Vilta, do you want to see anything special?
the what? The special?
Are you interested in anything special?
Okay. Well, I would like to perhaps see somebody with tattoos to see if their magic can also work on us lizard folk.
Well, I can ask around and show you
Yeah.
once I get the general direction. I don't
Yep.
think I don't think I encountered them before, right? The tattoo
No,
shop. Yeah, there are a lot of tattooed bulls, but
but we didn't see anyone who did tattoos, right?
You
So I
haven't
ask.
seen anyone who actively was
Tattooing.
tattooing.
Well, Taro isn't afraid to ask, so he just asks the first friendly bull he comes across. Preferably
Alrighty.
one who has stats.
Where's Tim when you need him?
Yeah.
Sadly enough, not present. That's...
Left him on the other plane, dang it.
So basically, with Tario to the Minotaur Annabelle Lodge. Who went
Yeah.
there?
Sorry?
Who's with you, Tario?
Volta.
Only Vilta, I think.
Only Volta?
Yep,
Let's move to the general store, so.
Oh, God.
I believe so.
Don't know if this will work, but we'll see.
We didn't split up the party too much this time.
How did I
Only in 2.
Better than 5.
That is correct.
Roll 20 is being annoying again.
That's
roll
new.
it once.
I'll have to reload.
Small question: can we have a short break?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can
While
get
it is
drink.
We will
Reloading.
be back momentarily, I guess.
Ta 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 ta.
And here we are.
There we go. Welcome back to the wonderful adventures of a cow and a lizard talking to cows.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is gonna be okay-ish, I hope.
How can this go wrong? A roll for initiative.
So,
All right.
you enter the Annabelle Lodge, which is a wooden structure.
Mm-hmm.
Someone took great care in making sure that nature was present in this building, having like two inner gardens. One is filled with flowers, the other one is filled with grass. And in one of those gardens, you find yourself.
I
You
like
were
it.
looking for a tattooist, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Tario is just looking for a familiar face or for a bull with some tats, so we can ask the question.
A bull with someone. All right.
That.
Or a female with a tramp stamp, whatever comes first. I mean,
Well, Obono sees you. This is okay. Yeah, stream has image. That's good. Yes. And he's moderately pleased about this. He's going like, conquering hero returns, eh?
yeah, he's talking about me. So- yeah. Yeah. I've been slapping some things around again. So today we're looking. Do we have a tattooist around here at the lodge? Because I've seen a lot of bulls with tats, but my friend here is interested.
And I'm actually nodding like, hey.
Well, yes. There's a couple.
I look over at Vulta and ask him, "You're looking for some magical tats, right?"
Yep, something that can aid us in battle.
So there is Giglund. That is that's a goblin who has been around for a while, and they make tattoos, which are magical. They
what-
require payment.
Yeah, what was his name? Good.
Giglund.
Kiklund, okay.
And then there is Snot of Blood. Snot of Blood is also a tattooist, but he's a minotaur.
And the first one was
A goblin. Yeah, and then not a blood. His tattoos, are they magical or are they just decoration?
They can be magical. That probably costs you money
Yes.
because of the things that you put in. If you were a minotaur, it would probably be free.
Okay.
But we have to get our income somewhere. Is your friend a minotaur?
Dario, yes, he is a minotaur.
yeah. I'm not getting a tramp stamp.
Is your tramp friend a minotaur?
Nope.
Oh,
But he has coin.
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
I have coin and I am willing to pay, so
Okay.
Who do of the two? Who do you suggest?
How much coin do you have?
heb ik een idee hoeveel dan een tattoo kost? Well, is my
Yeah, you're,
yeah, okay.
if you speak, we hear it.
Yeah,
But you have
yeah.
to speak.
No. Yeah, no, my line was cut suddenly. How much coin do I have? Yes. I'm willing to pay like. Moment. Let me open my character sheet.
Meanwhile, Big Z, could you send me the tattoo that you wanted?
Yeah. I have enough. I have platinum pieces. I have gold. Tell it. I will pay plenty.
Resend it.
Oh yeah.
Is it the legend with an arrow downwards?
Okay, that should be okay. Um, basically, what Bono will tell you, to the best
Yep.
of his knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
tattoos, depending on how strong, how magical, what specific effects they have, can range anywhere between 100 gold to like 2,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So we best check with the tattooist.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and if you have a clear idea of what you want, it gets
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. I want something to up my dex so I can move faster.
Yeah, Tara gets the impression that we just need to check with the
Yeah.
tattooist himself.
Oh.
So I ask for
Yeah.
directions.
Yep.
Directions to Snarfblood or to Giglund?
Both, we can check them out. We got time. We got all day.
Giglund has a place in town. You can't miss it. It's one of the only decent-looking goblin houses.
Mm-hmm.
In the Warrens, or
No, in town. It's near the hospital.
Ooh.
And
is that for a reason?
it's cheaper there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the other one, is he in town or not?
Oh, Snarfblood, he's here.
I'll check him out.
And from slightly beyond, this imposing white bull approaches. Its horns slightly blackened, slightly curled down. He's a big fella.
Still need more eggs. Damn it.
Is it this fella or?
Yeah, that one.
Nice. All right, let's ask. Taurio, you lead the way.
Are you gonna hide in my shadow, Pipsqueak?
Well, you have a big shadow.
True. The Bono, I'll catch you later. Since Snarfblood is here, we'll check him out first. Get my friend situated, or at least rub him
Yep.
off some coin. Wink, wink.
Valo is like, yeah, you have fun with that.
Mhm.
He goes back to talk to a lady Minotaur decked out in pale golden armor.
Chalice, check. Yeah, I walk up to the big guy and say, "Are you Snarfblood?" Was that an affirmative?
What you want?
Well,
Tattoos.
my friend down here, and I point downwards toward Filta.
I look upwards.
He's in the market for some magical tats, and we heard from Bono that you're the guy to talk to.
He's a lizard.
Yes, I am.
You can
Why
put some
does he
tattoos on skills,
speak?
right? He's a smart lizard.
Oh. Never seen that before. Hi there, smart lizard.
Hal,
I'm Snarfblood. Me.
I am Volta.
Multa.
Yes.
Has a name.
Yeah, he does.
You raise it.
He raised himself, if you can believe it,
Yes.
or at least I think so. Who raised you, Vilda?
Well, I survived, so I'm guessing me.
Oh, there you go.
Survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's even pretty dependable as long as you're not in the way of his bolts.
Yep.
Oh, he's a shooty.
He stabs from a distance.
Also, bone.
Pardon?
Why you bone?
Ah,
And he's
weapon.
pointing at your rapier.
That's my weapon. For close by.
But you stab from distance.
Yes, but sometimes distance is not fun. You can also have
You
enemies
see, like,
close.
the brow is knotting up, and he's just,
Nah.
like, trying to make sense of you as an individual.
Yeah.
Failing.
We all do. We
Some
all
wep-
do.
Some adversaries are close by, so
Ah. I don't think he's that smart.
Yeah, Dario gives a shrug from, hey, what can you do, right?
Mhm.
He's the smarter one of the two lizards I know, so give him some credit, you know?
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm dumber than you, Will. That's why I don't even realize you're smarter than me. I mean,
yeah. I just
That's the story of my life.
I have something like I let it pass because yeah, you keep me safe. So
be the bigger lizard. You're the biggest lizard here, so you have to be.
I try to stand up somewhat taller.
So,
So
you want a tattoo?
yeah. Can
I
I
can make you a pretty pony on the arm. You can show it to all the girls and go like, I am a brony.
No. I actually have something
I
other
could
in
make
mind.
you a donut that says bro and you can call it a bronut.
Do minotaurs get those?
Hmm? It's easy. You take dough, you go donut.
Okay. And I am not smart. Okay, so all right. No, I actually tried to describe him. The picture of Autumn Willow,
Mm-hmm.
and I want it on my left arm.
Okay. We want any effect on that?
Can it make me
Pretty.
harder? No, harder to hit, like a magical thing that can ups my armor, like my skills. Can it make my skills go stronger?
Hmm? Give me a day. I'll look into
Mm-hmm.
material.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe.
Okay.
Look,
Have you an idea how much this will? Do you have an idea how much this will cost?
I must look into the material.
Okay.
I look at Vilta and I ask, do we know what Big Z wanted?
No.
You didn't ask before you came over here.
We're going to
No.
look for Big Z's tattoo thing.
Yeah.
What does he want?
Well,
So-
I actually thought he was coming with us, but
We'll have to. That's not what we'll come back later in the day with the other lizard.
yep.
I'm guessing he wanted the two as well. So is that okay with you? Can we find you over here or?
Only, I'll be around. Just, ask someone to check for Snarflap.
Well, you're pretty hard to miss, so you stick out in the crowd.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
See you later then.
All right.
And well, I either walk. Well, I wanted to ask also about the recruiting, but if you want, you can go over to the other party for a while.
Yes. Let's do that. Give the people what they need.
Yep.
Beauty, booty, killer, queen. Let's first get everyone on the map.
So, by the way, the moment that I notice that Ishkren is not going with the others, I look at him like, "Oh, Ishkren, are you joining us
Where?
to the smithy?"
Would that be of any help if I was there?
I don't think so, but there is a general store nearby that has some nice mulled wine if you want.
Maybe. What are you working right now on at this meeting?
I'm
Manual
going to
labor.
finish my plate armor so I can start on yours tomorrow.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually interested in your work. Maybe I can follow up for a while.
Okay, very good.
Is this the only smithy in town?
As far
It's
as I know.
the only major one that you've seen.
Yeah. Like I look at Sora, I'll say, would you say that this is the only anvil in this city?
Well, yes, as far as I know, but there's probably some other. Maybe at the Iron Brotherhood they make their own armor, as far as I know.
Interesting.
So it isn't the same as the other anvil we saw in this place, in this realm.
Yeah, well, about that, we may be needing to look for another one of those. It seems that these demonic entities, though rare, they're not unique. And we must have attracted their attention with our heroics.
Well,
I'm afraid that you are in great danger, Sorval.
I'll ask Gunter if he knows if there are other smithies around here. Maybe
Well,
I'll ask him if there is a big
clearly,
smithy statue somewhere.
yeah, well, clearly the one we are looking for wouldn't be, I suppose, one that is out in the open, but tomorrow I will be able to use my magic to locate anvils. Clearly, once I know which ones are not the one I'm looking for, my search will be easier.
Okay, very good.
So
But
if
tomorrow
I
I
know,
do.
yeah.
Tomorrow I do have to return here to work on your armor.
Yes, no, of course. I'm just, once we have located it, then of course we will gather the group. And
Okay, very good. So, you know what? I'll go get Gunter, the blacksmith. Then I think we should go and drink some
tea.
mulled wine or tea if they have it to celebrate our victory.
Yes. I think
can drink
it
so
could
much.
be a good idea. Sometimes, life is not only duty. We must allow ourselves a few pleasures every once in a while.
True.
So,
Do I see Gunter getting out
from
of
from the blacksmithing area, Gunther emerges. He's already wearing his leather apron and he's just clearing off some dust from his hands. He's like,
Morgan,
Hey, Master Gunter. I have returned to finish the armor, but these friends
make
of
good
mine.
progress.
Yes, indeed. But these friends of mine would like to try some mulled wine. We have something to celebrate. They assisted me with a great victory today.
Then we shall off to Leopold's.
Yes.
and Gunther leads the way.
Yeah. And I put my hand on Ishkren's shoulder and the other on.
Whoa! When I see
The
that the
big
hand is
piece.
coming to my shoulder, like whoa.
Fine, whatever. I put my other hand on Big C's shoulder. I'm like, I'm sure you will enjoy this.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's just
Let's
be careful with the touching, all right? Okay.
No.
You will enjoy this.
annoying.
Can you still hear us?
I have no clue.
Big C, do you still hear us?
Possibly.
Wine. Xantaroth wine.
Chances
Warm
are
wine.
chances are I hear you because my perception is okay, but I can choose to ignore.
Okay.
Okay, so you enter into a moderately busy general store. Sort of, you notice that the people that are there are the people that were there yesterday. And they're pretty much doing the exact same thing. You have a feeling that this is somewhat of a second home to them.
Hmm.
Just
that the
going
gym is
through the
being used
wares.
I look to the side and I notice this. What is that?
It is. It reminds you of Izzet work. It's a mechanical gnome.
Servant. I approach it. Is it moving in any way or?
So you knowingly walk toward is that contraption?
I
It
turn
takes out a box and it presents the box to you.
a gift, I say. Does it seem to reply?
Not really, it just
Not
holds
really.
up the box.
I take the box.
It's still holding the box.
I look at it and I say, I command you to leave the box.
Yeah, let's go of the box.
Very well. I look at the box and I will open the box.
Okay, as you open the box, there is a glass bottle inside of it.
Empty or full?
It looks to be full of a dark reddish fluid. If you were to hazard 70 centiliters, it's a fairly okay looking bottle. Sturdy looking bottle.
I look at the man behind the counter and I say, are you the owner of this mechanical contraption?
Yeah, he is part of the crew of the store.
And what are his abilities? What can he do?
He can lift things and move them around. He has the strength of 3 men.
Nice. Interesting.
Occasionally you have to wind him up,
Yes,
but
I
he's a
see.
good assistant.
Strength of 3 men.
That
I would
sounds-
like to see that.
Yes, that's exactly my...
Walks up to Santarot,
Yeah.
lifts Santarot.
Ooh.
This is something that comes to your knee. Puts you back down.
Well,
Right. It is strong.
now I want to arm wrestle it.
He got manhandled by a tin gnome.
I'm not really going to let you do that. It is quite expensive. You look like a strong bloke in your own right. Do not feel like your genderhood has been injured by this.
I'm giving it my one of my fingers, and I will say, I command you to squeeze it as hard as you can.
And
Okay.
one finger less later.
Take 6 damage.
Crack.
As something vice-like crunches down on your hand before you see like this yellow flash behind its eyes, and suddenly it releases. It has been trained not to injure people too badly.
Badly, yeah. I look at the guy behind the counter and say, since you say that
Small tear tracts.
that it's expensive, it means that it must have a cost.
Yes.
And are you willing to sell it?
No.
I see. How did you acquire such a marvel?
And he leans back on his counter and goes like, Once
Story
upon a
time.
time, I came across a dwarf who was in dire need of assistance. He was, for a lack of better term, desecrating tombs. And one of these tombs contained a scaled being that lashed out at him. Now, as a former adventurer of no mean repute, I assisted him and was rewarded with one of his contraptions that he used to clear rocks and enable him to pass through mountain passes that would otherwise be difficult to traverse. And ever since, it has helped me in my store and my adventures.
Where can we find this dwarf?
I would not be able to say. He was never much for staying in one place.
I see.
But I would think if you seek treasure, you will find him near it, probably.
Very
He goes by Gavel, the Rock.
Gavel the Rock. Does your mechanical gnome have a name?
No.
Fair enough. Very well then. I will leave them.
Later that night.
What about this bottle? Your gnome has offered me a bottle. Am I supposed to pay for it?
You'll want to heat it up. It's not the best quality wine.
Then I think I will leave it in a box. And I will give it back to the gnome.
Once you heat it up, it's very drinkable.
Drinkable
And
is
he-
what I'm looking for.
He will point towards small cubicles, which are lined with metal, and within it stand wooden mugs that contain some sort of similarly dark red fluid. Take one, it's on the house. You're here with Gunter.
Well, I'm not sure I am...
Isku's dilemma: free but not top shelf.
No. I mean,
Free alcohol.
I'm afraid that my beliefs will not allow me to accept gifts. I must do something for it.
Okay.
I think
It's okay.
You
I
have
will
returned
accept
a
it.
bottle.
Isku is under a spell.
You have returned a bottle to the store, therefore you have earned yourself a mug of drink.
That makes it more bearable. I will take the drink.
So,
No.
while they are, never mind.
Yep, you go ahead.
While they are doing this all, I'm looking at Gunther. I'm like, sorry about that. They're just special. So I have a question. I see that they're the same people here as yesterday. Do they always come in here to look around?
Yeah, the regulars.
Yeah. Very good. That's strange to see the same people in a shop every day, but they probably
More
come here
common
for
than
the
you
mall,
expect.
especially if there is mulled wine being served here.
And there are reasons to be in places, which I rather not go into deeply.
Okay, I understand.
One of the things I was wondering about, but this is probably a conversation we should be having inside of the smithy. Once you
Right.
have had your fill and you feel comfortable, relaxed, come and meet me there.
Yeah, I'll be there in about 10 minutes, I think.
And Gunter leaves you to
Yeah.
your business.
I look at the other, I'm like, give me a moment, I'm going to get changed. And I get changed into my leatherworking blacksmithing.
You're leatherworking.
No, my blacksmithing
Your leather apron.
equipment.
Lederhosen.
Yes. And then I ask for some mulled wine. I'm also going
So-
to buy a bottle. How much does it cost?
It runs you 5 copper.
And I gave 5 copper to get my own bottle.
The mulled wine, as is served here, comes with a pack of 13 secret spices. It's cinnamon and similar.
Mm.
So you get a decent, warm, rounded, winey beverage that doesn't really contain that much alcohol anymore because it has been warmed up, and
Yes.
alcohol is rather fleeting. But it's okay. You can easily drink it away. It's
Yep.
more hearty than a tea. It's a lot less hearty than actual wine.
Yeah.
It's
After
not gonna be up to your tastes, indeed, Taurio. It's more for sensible drinkers.
Yeah, not up to my taste.
So after I've enjoyed the malt wine and still basking in the victory that we had before, I will look at Iskra and Bixie. I'm like, yeah, I'll go and work on my armor now. You're more than welcome to join. Just please be sure to keep some distance so we don't accidentally get any iron. For fuck's sake,
Fireballs.
no, I can't think of the English word.
Sparks.
Sparks, yes.
Yeah.
If you don't get any sparks on you, too, because Pixie, you are already not looking that good, and I just
Do you need some? You need some healing magic.
I just touch his shoulder and I cast Cure Wounds and heal him for 11.
With 2 dueling style damage.
It's a
forget-
one-handed heal.
This is acupuncture for advanced.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Sorval.
He first has to make it worse before it gets better.
Yes. And then I will go to the smithy.
Okay.
I will quickly before I go outside. I will look at everybody here. And I'll think this is strange.
What's strange?
I will follow him.
I'll think it. I won't be saying.
Ah, sorry.
Do I see anything specific about the people that are in here, except the fact that they're always the same?
2 goblins, 1 human who is always walking around with a cup, 2 humans that look moderately dwarfish, maybe half dwarven, and a minotaur. Can't say anything leaps out at you.
Okay. Then I guess we'll go and go to the smithy.
Yes.
In the smithy. The smithy's rather bare. You've seen smithies in Ravnica before, especially those that have been to the Boros barracks.
Yep.
They are more ornate than this. This is basically a glorified stable, and hey, we had some space, therefore enjoy having a smithy. Please pay rent for it.
Yeah, it's away.
You better not take it. Hay and ironworking, not the best match.
There's some distance between them.
They get along like a house on fire.
Like a barn on fire.
I will walk up to Gunther and ask if he's ready to start our work.
Yeah,
We can.
I was thinking about something.
Yes.
You have certain emblems that you are working into your
Yes.
gear.
Yes.
One of those emblems is one from a local deity
Yes.
that is not
fair.
always viewed with as much favor here. Are you one of her order, or
Let's say that she speaks to me.
We're on speaking terms.
and would you say is that you are a devoted warrior? that follows.
Yes, you could say that.
He's devoted, a warrior.
Your
Pixie?
companion speaks moderately ill of you.
Well, let's just say that I'm a warrior, but when it comes to it, if he hits something, it hurts more than when I do it. But if I use my divine strength on it, it also hurts a lot.
You have to
So-
know I just like teasing people. I don't have any disrespect for Sorval.
That is good.
Thank you, Pixie. You also have my respect.
You know, there are a few things that those that follow the ways of Sera tend to believe in.
Yes.
And normally, when a warrior joins the ranks of what is known as the Seren Paladins, they take an oath. Have you had the chance to do so?
Let's say that we haven't been around on this world for that long. We come from a place very far away and have not yet been able to take the oath.
Okay.
But she does talk to me, gives me directions and advice.
Gunter's worldview is broken.
No. Gunther, there is a gleam of recognition in his eyes.
Hmm?
And he goes like, I can tell you what they told me.
Mhm.
And if you try and live up to these oaths,
Yes.
then your name will be written in the legends of the Seren Paladins.
Then I am all ears. Ears.
There are 4 main things that they are very much into. First one is actions over words. You have to strive to be known by glorious deeds, not by speaking about them. After all, otherwise any bolsterous fool could try and be important.
Ooh.
That is
Secondly,
true.
challenges are but tests. If you face what comes at you, and you have your allies to face it with you, then you will surely overcome whatever life puts in your path.
Yes, I've yet to retreat from any challenge. So
Third, you should hone the body. It's like working metal. You have to make sure it is pure and it is worked into a state of readiness in order for its potential to be realized.
yes.
And finally, you must discipline the soul. You must overcome failings within yourself to help you and your friends gain glory.
Damn, that's a long road.
I understand.
And if you can do these things, then the path to becoming a great paladin, such as Ishan was, or any of the other Seren paladins, it is a step in a good direction if you manage to do this.
I will be sure to devote my life to these oaths.
Of course, you
Do-
can always get them rectified by someone who is still in the paladin force, so that would be interesting for you.
Would you be able to tell me where I could find such a person?
In Isen,
Yes.
that's
Is
where
there-
most of the paladins tend to be. They are also on the road, but then I can't vouch for where you will come across one. They are easily recognized because they tend to wear white armor. They have winged motifs running through them, And quite often you'll find the lily, such as the one that you are making, as a recurring theme.
I will be sure to look out for them. And sadly, we are, for the moment, going the other way. And I look at Ishgren, seem to have an appointment in the Black Barony.
I would not naturally recommend a Serem Paladin to go there.
I
But
know.
your business is your own, such as
Yes.
mine is mine own.
True.
And there are worse places for light to shine than in darkness. It's only when surrounded and suffused with troubles that those in need value their rescuers.
Yes, I've always thought that light shines brightest when surrounded by darkness.
That shows in the company you keep. Anyway, shall we?
Yeah.
Iskren, having heard all of this,
Nods along.
no, they will say, I've always really loved these metaphors about, light and darkness. And they always bring me to the same conclusion. If you think about it, the limits of light are in fact defined by darkness. Light has always a limited reach, while darkness is simply infinite.
But then again, the thing with the infinite is that it is uncannibal to our minds, and therefore we tend to not think about it as much. Anything that is not limitless therefore gains their value by being finite,
Yes, simple
and
minds
therefore
would think like
comprehensible.
And darkness always has to make place for light.
that. But there is so much place, Sorval. I do not think that
True.
infinite darkness minds a few spots of light.
And also, without darkness there would be no light. And without light there would be no darkness. There would just be...
In fact, the
It-
definition of darkness is the absence of light. So without light, there will be darkness.
No.
Theological battle. Roll for initiative.
The thing is,
Uh-huh.
without light there would be nothing to define the darkness. The darkness would just be. It would not be darkness because there would be no contrast.
The fact that
Ooh.
you cannot give it a name does not make it less real.
It just loses its value.
If there is no light, darkness is only nothingness.
Now we're talking about semantics, but I'm not actually here.
Isn't yours of both dark and light?
Well then, yeah, absolutely. We were just ruminating on the nature of light and darkness. Very well then. I guess we are here for some blacksmithing.
Yes.
I sit down, I look at the conversation while I'm having a piece of a bone in my hand and just cutting away and looking at you like, what the fuck?
Sometimes I wish.
In the meanwhile, you hear like Fulta in the background screaming, "Someone's working bone improperly! I could have made a statue out of that."
I will eventually look at Big C and I'll say, I
Confused,
guess
screaming.
in nature there is a balance between light and darkness.
Yes.
Well, nature is
Represented
about-
by the orcs.
Big Z, look at it this way. There are nails to chew on, so you can take the easier option.
So, but I guess we should
He's just got a bone to pick with his entire situation.
continue on with the armor. Because, Gunther, the second armor I will be making is for, and I point at Ishgren over here. So
Make sure to get accurate measurements. That's always very important for armor.
that's good that he's here for that then. We
Dave,
will do that after we finish. Yeah, I'm sorry. They are here for that then.
Thank you, Sorrel.
Camera pans away so that nobody has to see that. It's a secret shared by 4 people. It's
So-
pans away.
It's you're near enough, Sorbo. That will do.
That's the special place. Don't touchy touchy. So, skipping back to our dear friends at the Minotaur HQ, do you still have something that you want to do here?
But you hear hammering from the distance.
Is it hammer time already?
Yes.
Yeah. So, question: the Bono that was a de facto leader, right, of the entire lodge or the entire herd?
No. But he's one of the people that traveled with you.
Right.
So he's
Yeah. I got that.
unofficially been appointed as a bit of your caretaker. Knuliver is the head of the herd.
Knuliver?
Yep, Herdmaster Knuliver.
Knuliver.
Yeah, I had that mixed up in my sparse notes. So yeah, I walk over to, well, obviously since Bono is talking to a fancy lady. So what I want to talk about is about my vision has gone dark.
Yep, so
On the
is
map.
mine.
I lost lighting.
Because it's night.
Strange.
Yeah, I had lighting a moment ago, but then it went dark. I still see the map, but grayed out.
That's weird. They didn't really change anything
Yeah.
about it.
Should I
Should
try a
still be on-
refresh?
No, I also have it.
Yes, stream has it.
I'll try a
Wow.
refresh.
Not seeing anything as well.
Nope, Yeah, everything's gone.
That's probably a sign I should end the session here today.
Yep.
A refresh fixed it for me,
let's
but
just not deal with Roll20 anymore.
Dwell on it.
So that is the end of today's session. We
Yeah.
actually had some combat going on. That was exciting. That was something different.
Yeah.
The following days, I will just run as downtime. I don't think there will be much gained with role playing through them.
Nope.
You met whatever you wanted to meet. You can send me your requests. You still have 2 days after this. Things that you specifically want to get done. If they're interesting enough, or if there's a lot of overlap, I will run them as a quick blitz thing. And if not, we'll just fast forward to
The
ending
balance.
the strong rock bit and going through.
how do you want this information?
If only we had Discord.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, maybe one thing I can tell you already now, like tomorrow in game, I will cast this spell and to try and find
Yep.
the anvil.
I will also have asked Gunter if he knows of any
Any other anvils in town, any other
Anvils in-
smithies.
yes,
Yeah.
maybe even statues that have a black
I would
anvil on them.
I would actually try and copy the just first get the tattoo and then try to copy the statue of Autumn Willow. So I have an extra. And try and make one of Arcadis Shabbat.
Good.
Storval, you're making armor for you and Iskrin, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do first, yeah, I got the feeling that the herd is looking for work. So I do want to pitch the offer to them that it's possible to get back to our plane for work. If nothing else, they can be recruited by the Borders Legion, which gives a steady income.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it works with mercenaries if they want
Once
to stay
again,
a mercenary portion.
Throw this at me in typees,
Yeah,
and I will I will work my way through that. So that's it for today.
Yep.
I thank everyone for following along. It was quite a journey. We should get back to the more exciting things, and barring unforeseen circumstances, I'm going to let you guys hit level 8.
Okay.
Woo!
But not yet. There can still be unforeseen circumstances.
I will be able to tell you and actually, let's just go level 8. You managed to clear the dreamscape, so that's...
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I think we've had a decent amount of personal growth. We've had Sorval and Iskren in a confused theological, ethical, whatever the fuck was going on.
Yes.
And we've had Taurio and Volta finally managing to get some decent story shit going.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Z, congratulations on not being necessarily evil.
Or
Who
Only
knows?
by choice.
Who knows?
Yes. And but thanks you for the bone symbol.
Yes.
The what?
I crafted 2 bone symbols
Well,
while waiting and mentally supporting Sorval with his endeavor of creating something.
Yes.
was it that much time that was spent during the discussion?
Well, after that he was working, so for like
Okay.
So
Okay.
short rest,
Yeah.
short rest is
Meeting
an
was
hour.
8
So.
hours
Yeah,
in total,
okay.
so
Okay.
Question for my level up ability score. That's 2 points, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
2
I'm going.
points for a
I
feat.
think it's best to get my strength up to 20.
It's
Yes.
always a good thing to get your strength at 20.
Right.
It gives you advantage over people with ogre
Shall
gauntlets.
I stop the stream then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.